Nothing.
We're alive.
Thank you,
Oh.
Gadget. Thanks for the countdown, Gadget. Just jumping out there.
Thanks.
No, don't worry. Zero people.
But still, it's recorded.
Yeah, true indeed.
It is recording.
Like, hi, YouTube.
Yeah.
Hi, Facebook. There were some things I've been thinking about, and I always try to save them because it's like that's something we should talk about.
Okay, where are those?
So while we're warming up and people are getting themselves together,
Yes.
let me see if I can remember. Now they're still talking about Jada. I'm telling you,
Still,
a butt hurt. Sorry, Gadget. It's only men talking about it.
Yeah.
No, there's women.
Who?
V posted
Mostly men. I will say most. I haven't seen any women.
Mostly men.
Yeah. They're like, I'm glad I'm not. Please don't let me get with anybody like Jada and the whole Tupac thing. It's like, what did she do?
I think it was Caesar from Black Ink. He was like, I want a wife, but not a wife like Will has.
Yeah.
Mad Mike, what up?
I'm like, what did she really do that was that bad, people? Like, seriously. A lot of women, newsflash, a lot of women feel this way. This is not breaking news. They find it hard to communicate in that area. That doesn't mean that the man's not handling his business, but when you want a specific thing, it is hard to communicate those things.
Yeah.
It's a sensitive subject.
And going back to the episode where this all came from, you know, she was talking about Gwyneth Paltrow's new show, and it's all about how most couples don't know how to communicate in that area. So it's not an anomaly. It's just that a lot of people don't talk about it in public or honestly, and that's part of the problem. You know, I think. Now,
I do think that women get together and discuss those kinds of things.
Women do get together and discuss those types of things, and
kind of know that it is a thing. Like,
and it's hard to discuss it with men because a lot of men aren't open to the conversation. Because they're just like, you know, what do you mean I'm not pleasing you?
I can testify to that. Men are not.
Yeah, a lot of men aren't open to that conversation.
Saying that either. So it's like,
how do you bring that up to a guy?
To your man?
Yeah.
Just like any other conversation with love.
I think you have to be very careful. Yeah, I think you have to be careful not to, you use the right words, that you're not letting them know that you're unpleased. It's like maybe there's something specific that you want, or even the amount of times that you want it. Those things can be, hard to discuss too.
Yeah, and I think it goes to there's a bigger issue. Like if you guys are having trouble talking about intimacy, then there's a bigger communication issue.
Right.
There's a much bigger communication issue, but in that particular area, you do have to be particularly sensitive because for men, that is all about their manhood, and you going to a man and saying, well, I'm not pleased, that can just tear a man down. And that's not what you're going for. So, but a lot of times women keep it to themselves because they don't want to do that, and then they go on in these marriages. Yeah, they go on in these marriages and relationships, and they're not pleased. I mean, Gadget, I don't know if you know this, but more than 50% of women have never had an orgasm.
I was getting ready to say that, Malika. I was going to say there's a huge percentage of women, and a lot of that is because they are afraid to bring that subject up.
Yes.
And that is really what's behind women faking it sometimes too.
Yes.
Like that whole faking it thing. Sometimes that's what's behind it. It's like I don't want to let on that I'm not liking this because that's going to make him feel a certain way.
Yes. And then a lot of times they don't even know how to communicate what it is that they want or need. They just know it's not working.
Right. I mean, women change, men change. You want something different, want to try something different. That is going to be hard to bring up. And that's not saying I hate what we have. That's saying like, hey, what about this? But they are going to translate that to something different. So,
not only that, but I mean, like, I think a lot of times what happens is, especially when a relationship is new, things may be okay. And then as time goes on, you're like, well, it was okay in the beginning. It wasn't great in the beginning, but I was willing to deal with it because I really cared about this person. But now we're going years in. It's like, okay, I'm not satisfied here. And
now,
then
it would be great if men brought that up. Men should bring that up more.
But I don't. A lot
it would help. Like, hey,
am I satisfying you?
Am I satisfying you? Are you?
But I think that's a very sensitive question for a man.
No, I'm just saying I think they should. I'm not saying they will.
They should. And you know what? I was about to say, and they should know if they're pleasing their woman. But I think that goes to what Jada was saying. It's like, well, why doesn't he know what to do? So I'm gonna take that statement off the table.
Yeah. I think that's a rough statement. I don't agree with that one, but
yeah, that's what I said. I'm gonna take it off the table.
She didn't say it with love.
How do you know she didn't have that conversation still in love?
She said, well, right. What she said on the show was more like a frustration but
I didn't even get
they
that.
have such a weird.
She just said it's hard.
Well, when she said, why don't you know? She kind of said that with a backstory, like, why don't you know? Like, but I don't think anybody is programmed to know. I mean,
no, they're not.
I think August Alsina knows, but that's a whole different story.
He's a young buck. I think she probably could manipulate him. He's a young buck. She told him what to do.
Not only that, but maybe they just had a natural chemistry. There are couples that just have a natural sexual chemistry, and that's not one of the issues that they have. That's not one of the issues they have to communicate about. There are those people.
Can you? That brings up a good subject. Can you marry someone where you just have an insatiable sexual relationship?
What do you mean?
That's all you have?
Just that? Just sexual?
Yeah.
No.
Tanya's thinking.
Was it that obvious? I started imagining some very crazy stuff in my head, like.
No. So, okay, is this Mike in the comments? Yes. He said, "What would you do, ladies, if I say I'm not pleased in the bedroom?" Basically, I would ask, "What do you need?"
Yeah.
What do you need?
That's not a hard subject for me.
Yeah, I'm open to the conversation.
No, I have Amazon. I'd be ordering all kind of books and video. No.
Yeah, tell me.
No, we have a lot of women do not have problems. We do not cry to each other that he said he wanted more. No.
So here the thing with men don't want to be lacking in any part of the bedroom.
I understand it's ego. I get it.
Yeah, it's ego, and if we don't perform well, we know your girlfriends are going to hear about it, or
not necessarily.
Well, that's what they think, though, Malika. They're going to think that.
Okay,
exactly.
Because I was going to say, if she really loves you, most likely your girlfriends won't know. If you're in a serious relationship, most likely your girlfriends won't know what's going on.
But they're not going to think like that, though.
No, exactly. I know. They think we tell our girlfriends everything.
Exactly.
But that's not necessarily the case.
Because we'll be at dinner and the girlfriend will crack a joke and we think it's going to be about
right. Y'all look around the room like, how dare you? How dare you tell her?
Not necessarily. But I think that, I understand there is pressure for men to perform well. So I do understand that. But the thing is that, every woman is different. Every partner is going to be different. So I've heard men say, well, I put my best moves on her. Well, maybe the best moves you have for Sheila doesn't work for Katie.
Yeah, don't bring that over here. Don't bring that over here necessarily. I mean, you might try it, but give me the space to say, I don't like that tongue in my ear. Just give me that kind of space, that safe space to say that, because
Well, you know what? I think intimacy should be a safe space where you can try anything and there's no judgment.
Yeah, I agree.
If both people are open to it, absolutely. Absolutely. Right. But again, I'm gonna say that I think a lot of times what happens is you start these relationships and everything's fun and new in the beginning, and everything's great, and you don't have the conversation around sex. One, because it's uncomfortable, and two, if it's not great, you're thinking, okay, well, maybe it'll get better, or just because we don't know how to have that conversation,
right?
Because we don't want to hurt feelings. We don't want to change the dynamic of the relationship, because okay, what if I say something and then he shuts down? What happens to our relationship?
But I mean, the fact is, a lot of men don't like a lot of talky around sex anyway. It's just like, just do it. Like, even if you had to tell them and he doesn't respond back, he's going to probably keep it in his head or what to do, but he doesn't want to have a whole discussion about it. Like, women are open to that. Like, do you like this? Do you like that? And men are like, no, that's a lot of talking. No. It's like they're going to shut down. Like, let's just do it.
No, like it depends on the guy.
Okay.
It depends on the guy. I remember driving when I was driving for Lyft, and I had a 70-something-year-old man. I was dropping him off at his Tinder date's house. Oh. And she was a circus performer.
What?
What? You sure this wasn't a dream?
No.
That sounds crazy.
She was
in his 70s.
He was in his 70s. He was a lawyer. And he was going to his Tinder date. She was a circus performer. So he already knows what he's going to get when he walked through that door. It's going to be a lot of bouncy.
So was this the first date?
Yeah.
I mean,
wow.
She might have a trapeze in the living room.
I mean, and you know what? He's going after exactly what it is that he's looking for.
Bingo.
Yeah, he's going.
Yes, but that's always like, I think the first few times is different than like long term. Those conversations become awkward, like long term.
I don't think you're dating that person.
No.
Yeah, you're I don't think. I could be wrong.
He was going to be happy whatever he got anyway that night. There was going to be no complaining from either party, probably.
No, I just want to know if he's still alive.
No, he probably died shortly after her Act 3. Act 3 threw him out.
Oh, God.
After intermission, when she went to go get peanuts.
When she get her wardrobe changed?
That is hilarious.
And the little flashlight with the thing that spins around.
That is hilarious.
That took him out. You notice he didn't probably put anything else, another order in Lyft. The next order was the ambulance.
I should have had a camera in my car when I was doing Lyft, because I had so many great.
I didn't even know you did Lyft.
With people. I did.
Yeah, I didn't know you did Lyft either.
I did Lyft for about 2 years.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Anybody get freaky in there?
I did have a couple trying to get busy in the back seat.
Did you say?
Did they say something to you? Did you say something to them?
No, I drove faster to their destination. So soon as I heard the zipper go down.
Oh no!
We're here.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Now that was a good show. That taxi show.
Yes.
HBO. No, that was good.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a good show.
That was a really good show.
That was a really good show.
I had a school teacher leave cocaine in my car.
No.
Yes.
Wait a minute. How did you know she was a school teacher?
He told me.
He. Okay, he told you.
Oh,
and then wait, I'm so confused right now. So
like
after he left, you saw it?
He was going to a concert where they were checking people. So he couldn't take it in. So he threw it. So as he was getting out the car, he remembered he saw the people getting checked. Oh. So he threw it back in the car. And I was like, I didn't know what it was until I drove off the grounds and I looked on the floor and I see this little baggie
Wow.
with stuff in it. I'm going to assume it's cocaine.
Wow.
That's crazy. I often think about that, like, with you doing ride share, like how many times people leave things in your car that, you can get arrested for. So you have to be really careful. I wonder if there are drivers that check their car after every ride. Because you just never know.
I did after that.
Yeah, bet.
I've picked up prostitutes.
Wow.
A couple of times.
Okay.
Now, did you know from the visuals they were prostitutes, or was this a conversation?
Visuals and conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, what was the conversation?
I heard them talking to their pimp.
Wow.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't even know pimp still existed.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what do you need a pimp for?
And where did you pick them up from?
I picked them up at you know the IHOP in on New Hampshire Avenue, like Tacoma Park area.
Mm-hmm.
They were at that hotel.
Oh,
there.
that hotel behind it.
Yeah, and I drove them into DC off of U Street.
Wow.
It was like R Street, somewhere around there.
Wow.
I mean, with Instagram and all the other places that you could advertise.
You're right. I mean, OnlyFans. I mean, you have tons of ways of making money in that industry now, and it does seem weird, like you would actually give someone a cut for something that women own it already.
Yeah, like
I mean, I've never understood the whole pimp thing. It's like I don't really need to
I hope they wasn't on Eastern Avenue. No, those are the men's.
Oh gosh. I don't understand the whole pimp thing. Like I don't need anyone to help me with this.
Right. I'm a walking advertisement. What are you doing, really? Like, no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, with the advent of the internet, you really don't need that. But were these older prostitutes?
They were young. Young, yeah.
I don't know. I don't get that.
That is interesting. I wonder if that was like sex trafficking.
I don't know. They look old. They look older than 21.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the makeup on, they look older than 21.
I mean, well,
but younger than 30.
Yeah, sex trafficking isn't always young girls,
True.
And if they have a pimp, somebody's keeping them there.
I mean, from the conversation they were having before they got on the phone, they were with they were with the shits. So
wow. Okay. Okay. Well, all right. Well, I think before we go too far, we need to give a huge birthday shout out to V.
After we talk about prostitution, we're gonna just give a whole birthday shout out. That reminds me.
Not related. Not related. Totally not related.
Totally not related. I just remembered. So V, please forgive me. Not related at all.
Happy birthday.
I'm not gonna say how old you are, but we're the same age.
Well, she's shared. She's shared her age.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some women don't like that.
Huh?
Some women don't like that.
Yeah, a lot of women don't, but it's nice that you are respectful of that.
Yeah.
Do you think that's changing though?
No.
No, it's not.
No.
I don't even congratulate women when they're pregnant because I don't want to make that mistake.
I mean, unless they confirm they're pregnant, right?
No, even still.
Nope.
No. Even still, no.
They're telling you, Gadget, I'm literally pregnant. Nope. Oh, I have X-rays. No. I have a sonogram. Nope. All right.
They say
you won't get me again.
I don't say congratulations until like the 8th or 9th month.
Wow.
No.
Gadget waits till he sees the head. I see the head. Congratulations.
I'm not gonna be in HR because I called you pregnant and
Oh Lord.
You just ate some tacos or something.
Oh
I
my
mean, the
gosh.
woman's confirming for you that she's pregnant, but I
He
do
doesn't want to get
understand.
trapped. No.
That's a very cringy moment when you're standing by and watching it happen.
Yes.
It's like you want to say no, and it's
It happens a lot too.
It
And you're
does.
always
When
like,
you congratulate a fat woman for being pregnant, oh
yeah, that's the most awkward moment ever.
Or you try to be nice to a big woman and say who happens to be pregnant, say, hey, you losing weight?
Oh, really? Wow.
Mr. Parker.
Hey, Pops.
Hey,
they talk about people.
Speaking of big women,
wait a minute, my dad is not a big woman.
No. I was watching a Facebook video, and at the top, they were like, any comments containing bullying and acts of violence will be automatically deleted. And I was like, why are you censoring like the video was like an aerobics instructor giving aerobics instructions to two large women who had to be like 600 plus. And I'm scrolling down the post, and everything is hearts and oh, we love you. I was like, no, there's no way there's no jokes or fat people jokes in these comments. There's no way.
Of course they are.
No, but they're automatically deleted.
Really?
I don't know how Facebook does it. But there were no jokes about these two humongous women.
Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. Okay. I'm scrolling now, guys. I'm getting some stuff. I'm remembering.
You said these two humongous women, Anthony?
They're 600 pounds. What else do you want me to say?
Okay. Oh, are those the two sisters?
I don't know if they were sisters, but
okay.
Did they look alike? They probably were. So one of the things that I saw this week that I thought was interesting, that had a lot of buzz, was the Hawks. Lou Williams has two girlfriends.
Who?
Lou Williams
has two girlfriends.
Hawks. He plays for the Hawks.
He has two girlfriends.
Yes.
Shout out to him. I hope he don't get both of them pregnant.
No, both of them have his children already.
Oh.
Both of them are baby mamas.
Okay.
And so they're all okay with it. I don't think they all live together, but so he was getting a lot of flack from that. He said he doesn't like talking about it, but of course, when he goes to interviews, that's the only thing they want to talk about.
Look, rich people problems. I don't care about that.
I'm going to send that to you guys.
You think only rich people doing stuff like that?
Where the girl is okay with it? Yeah. Ain't no hood boogers okay with being together, being in one big family.
I don't know if economics anymore comes with that.
I don't think so
anymore, because you see it with a lot of different salary ranges.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think
people say that all the time.
Yeah, people.
Really? I'm not talking about like Muslim men who have more than one wife.
I'm not talking about that either. I mean, there's a whole show called Sister Wives, and these people.
Now those people, I feel like they have to have money because they got a lot of kids running around.
Well, I've seen couples that don't have any kids.
Right now, I've seen that, but it is a thing. It is. I don't think it's a. Usually, if rich people are doing it, they're not talking about it.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with economics at all. I think, more and more people are talking about it. I often wonder how guys are able to be in two full-blown relationships.
Exactly.
I just think
it's hard enough being in one.
I don't think about the kids. I always think it's not fair to the kids so much when they have all these kids. It's like, I don't know if you're picking them all up at the same time, doing all this equal quality time, but I always think, like when I think about Nick Cannon, I was like, what is the purpose of that? Knowing you as a father won't be around, and you can't possibly be around all the time now. Yeah, but you really won't be after you pass.
How many kids does he have? 7?
Why? Just because you can afford to do it, you can't afford to give that much time to your children. Yeah. He's already a busy man, and then it's like I'm setting up all these different households. you clearly are not seeing the kids all the same time, giving them all equal time.
The only way that would work is if he like builds some type of compound where everybody had their own house and they were all clustered together and maybe shared a backyard. Because like you said, he can't spend equal amounts of time with each of the children. And they deserve that.
How old is Nick Cannon?
I have no idea.
40s, right? Like 40.
There's going to be a time where the money doesn't come in as fast as it is now.
Yes, but he's thinking he's going to pass away.
And he will. We all will.
Well, at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like his whole thing was like he did all of this on purpose. But which I still think is strange because you're not going to be there for those kids. Like, now what's the point of a legacy with a whole bunch of kids? You can have a legacy with 3 kids, 2 kids, 1 kid. Like, he's not seeing Mariah's kids and those other kids all at the same time. Like, you have to break those up. They're older, they're younger. It just seems like a weird kind of selfish thing to do.
Yeah, like I said, they would have to be like on some sort of compound where everyone has an attached yard or something like that. Because, one child has a baseball game here and another one has a basketball game there. Like, you can't,
there's no way. Yeah.
There's just no way. Someone's gonna get slighted.
Yeah. There will be some books, some tell-all books coming from this family.
Absolutely.
At some point.
Absolutely. And whoever he is currently in relationship with, that child is getting most of his time.
You're right. Exactly.
So I don't know. In terms of the Hawks player having 2 girlfriends, I really don't think that's an anomaly. I think there are people that just don't talk about it. Didn't D. Ray Davis have 2 girlfriends?
No, he still does. Yeah, he has 2 girlfriends. But I think they all live together.
Yes, I think they live together.
Yeah,
they do live together. I just don't know how you. I don't know how you. I just don't know how you split your time like that. So I know for me, I like lots of attention. Yeah. Like, how do you do that when you have a whole nother relationship?
Yeah. I often wonder if it was okay for those women to have other men on the side, or is this saying like, this is the committed relationship, me and you two and me?
I think for most men, they would say no. I
don't understand the point, I guess, of
Gadget.
That.
I don't understand either.
Okay.
I mean, don't come to me for that. No. Ebony, I do not understand it.
Right. He's like, I don't understand the question.
Well, I think that for some people, because it's not just men. For some people, they look at having multiple relationships as getting everything that they want, because
Now I see that in women too.
Yeah, there's no way to have all of your needs met in one person. You make a choice to love that person for who they are. But nobody is everything. So I think that for some people, they're like, look, I don't love any one person enough to say, okay, you're enough. I want everything that I desire. So they find the traits in other people.
Hey, Liz. No, I do think there are women that I know that don't want, even if they have a boyfriend or in a relationship, they still want to meet men. Like, they still want multiple things. Kind of like, it's but I don't necessarily think that comes from the desire of just wanting that. I think it comes from needing that much attention or wanting constant attention.
You're right. I do have a girlfriend that's like that. She's in a relationship and she's trying to convince her boyfriend that they should keep things open just in case she meets someone. And I do think you're right. I think it is the constant need for that new energy.
He needs to get away from her.
Well, it's always going to be difficult because she's always going to be looking.
She's always going to be looking.
Until she fixes her inside, like, to not always want that from someone.
Like a question. Mm-hmm. Has this person been at your birthday party?
Oh, don't answer those questions. I knew that was coming.
Flower print leggings.
I still don't know who that is.
Oh, you know who it is.
I still don't know who it is with the flower print leggings. But anyway, yes. But I think that's how some people get into cheating multiple times. They're always looking for that new energy, that feeling of the newness of a relationship. Mm-hmm. And then when the fire burns out, they're on to the next.
Yeah.
So what I told her was that, she shouldn't be in a relationship.
Yeah. Like Gadget just said. Yeah.
She should.
There's some people who want to be in relationships and keep their options open. And that's why.
Yeah. Cause she likes the comfort of it. She's like, he's a good guy. I don't want to lose him. But I'm like, eventually you are going to lose him because you are trying to convince him.
Hey, Tasha.
To have an open relationship when he's clear that that's not what he wants. He's clear that he wants to be married to you. And you're not sure because.
Oh, so they're not married though.
No, they're not married. They're not married.
He wants.
Does she have kids?
Yes.
How many kids does she have?
3.
Oh man.
What?
And he loves her to death.
That's usually the ones they get. The ones who really want
she got 3 kids and she still want to be in the streets. Come on, lady, if you don't get your ass home, take care of your damn kids. She got 3 kids. Look, let me tell you, you got a good man. Ain't nobody in the streets signing up for 3 kids.
It's not logical to them though. It's something else going on.
No, look,
it's like they need to be wanted and needed and all that fun stuff. I guess I don't know.
She sounds like she got a good guy. Don't fuck
it. It does.
He's a very, very good guy.
Right.
But she's admitted to me that she's never been able to be faithful. She's never been able to be faithful.
Because she keeps seeking. She keeps looking.
Yeah.
It's not happening by itself.
Just wait until the security blanket leaves.
What do you think would happen? What do you think would happen if he did leave, though? Would she just continue her lifestyle like it is now? Or would she be wanting him back?
Because right now she's comfortable because she can do what she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what do you think would happen?
With the security blanket.
Right. So if he leaves, what do you think she would?
I don't know I don't know. Maybe he's providing economic support for her and the 3 kids. No
economic support. It's simply purely love and emotional support. He will do anything for her. He loves her kids love him. He said that this is the woman he prayed for and he's going to marry her.
His prayer, King. He need to add some stuff to that prayer.
Yeah, be strong, King. So it's a lot of women out here with no kids that you can. All right, but
it's not easy to find people that you're compatible with. That's definitely not easy.
Well, obviously they're not.
Yes, but it's a game. It's a game for her right now. Yeah,
you're saying obviously they're not compatible.
Yeah,
no.
I mean, quite possibly.
Speaking of dating and compatibility, this was burning up the internet last week. I don't even want to bring it up, but why are y'all not eating the bread that they bring out to the restaurant? Well, why are we being chastised for eating the bread before the meal comes out?
What's happening?
Y'all put that in the chat last week. Do I need to remind you guys? Last night was fun, but after watching you eat the rolls as soon as they came to the table, I don't think I want to continue this. Everyone knows you wait 5 minutes before reaching for the free bread.
I don't know where that's from.
So I'm looking at it now.
Yo,
this was from last Thursday?
No,
it was in the chat.
It says y'all wait 5 minutes before eating the free bread.
Y'all are cutting guys off because eating the free bread? Really?
No.
Some people
no. I haven't even heard that before.
Some people. No. So that
you gotta wait 5 minutes.
That goes back to,
first of all,
it is not easy to find people that are not crazy, that you are compatible with. You can actually have intellectual conversations with.
And almost impossible. Almost impossible, number 3.
Almost. And that you can have fun with.
And fifth, the bread is warm and
oh my gosh,
the better when they bring it out. Especially at Lone Star. When they use the apple butter, oh my God.
I don't even know what that's about. Some of the stuff that you see is just crazy, and I hate to think, I see a lot of things where like, oh, women these days, and I'm just like, I don't know what's going on.
They must have went to Olive Garden.
I don't know if it's younger women that are doing things like this.
I've never heard it. No,
it's ridiculous.
Who doesn't eat the free bread as soon as it hits the table? Babe, don't you eat the bread when it hits the table? You eat it before me.
Okay, now you're doing too much.
What difference does it make?
Huh?
What difference does it make?
I don't know.
It doesn't.
Obviously, this woman was perturbed.
Now there are some quirks with dating, but that is not on my list at all.
Now, okay.
Here we go. Let's get it out. We get quirks on a date.
I'll be the first to tell you, I do not like a messy eater.
Okay.
That irks me to death. If you are eating chicken wings and there's buffalo sauce all over your hands, or you're constantly licking your fingers, that is a turn off for me. Please use your napkin.
Chewing loud.
Definitely.
Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna skip over that because I just remember the other thing I want to specifically talk to Gadget about. So I'm guessing it's trolling, but you could probably speak on it a little more. Joe Budden, bisexual.
Huh?
He put out there that he was bisexual. So I don't know if he was trolling the internet. You didn't see this clip?
He needs to get people back to his podcast.
I'm going to send it to you because
everybody.
I come to you for all things hip hop, dude. So, and you know probably a lot more about Joe than I do. But no, there's a lot of back to dating quirks. There's a whole bunch.
Okay, name some.
Yeah, name yours.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, let me send this to Gadget real quick. Well, let's start from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
What you pick me up? What you pick me up in? This guy has picked me up before. Very nice.
We had this conversation a couple weeks ago.
What the person picks you up in?
Now he picked me up before in a nice car.
Mm-hmm.
But like the second or third day, he was like, "Well, I really want to get my car on the road. Do you mind driving it?" Well, he didn't even ask me really. He just showed up with it. And it was, that the old cars, they have the cloth coming from the top.
Mm-hmm.
It was hanging, like touching my head hanging. Right. And then
hold up, the upholstery was touching your head?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The cloth part. It's like the car was that old. And then the window didn't go all the way up. And he was like,
wait a minute.
Yeah. He said, "Don't worry about all that. Just it's fine."
Turn the heat on.
Snow, rainstorm hit when this window couldn't go all the way up.
Oh,
and the rain, this whole part of my body.
Listen, he's taking you out to eat. He's taking you out to eat. You would have been eating chips if he didn't.
It was a road trip.
Oh, wait, a road trip?
Yes. So it wasn't like we could get out of here quick. The whole half of my body was wet with rain.
Brother could have went to the dollar store, got some staples for the upholstery and some duct tape for the window.
And there was some staples already up there.
Oh my gosh. I think that would have been it for me. That would have been it.
I was so mad.
Why did you even go if he showed up with?
Because it was a trip. We already booked like the room and everything. Like it was a trip. So
why didn't he rent a car?
I was like, "Why did you come?" He was like, "It's gonna be fine." I was like, "I don't want to get in that car." He was like, "It's gonna be fine. I worked on this car." I'm like, "Fine, okay." He was like, "It's not like it's gonna rain." It rained. I had a towel on my shoulder.
That would have been it.
So this is a serious guy you were dating.
Yes.
Oh wow.
It was terrible.
The stuff you put up with when you're in love.
Oh gosh, no, I was not in love.
Did you go out with him again after that?
They were
Yeah,
dating.
he switched back to the Mercedes. He had a nice car.
He didn't want to put the Mercedes on the road.
I think he did. He was proud of himself for the work he put in. And so he's like, I'm going to get this car on the road. No.
All right, Jay Leno.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It was terrible.
Okay. Let's hear about some other pet peeves here, because that doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it didn't make any sense to me either.
All right. What else? What other pet peeves do you have?
No, it's your turn, Malika. I mean,
well, I said messy eaters.
Yes. Now we tag teaming.
Licking your fingers, not using your napkin.
Liz.
I don't like
with Jimmy Bob. Really, Mom?
That is too funny. I don't like loud men.
Loud men?
Yes. So like last week I was at the Cat Williams show. And there was a guy in a section clearly on a date. I mean, and he just kept yelling out at the comedians. I would have been totally embarrassed by that. And that would have been the last date. Like, you got to know how to carry yourself. Like, there's just no need for that. So that is a huge turn off for me. Just being loud for no reason.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, not being social. Someone that is in a social setting and they're just on their phone. Say like it's a group date or something like that, or you're just around my friends and you're not comfortable because you don't know the people. Instead of trying to start some conversations or whatever, just off to yourself.
That security blanket.
Yes.
What if you're an introvert though?
I get it, but that to me that's rude. To me that's rude. You have to try to at least find one person in the group you can converse with. Just someone. Don't sit there on your phone like that. To me, that's very immature.
You've been on a date like that?
I have not. I've seen it though. I have seen it though, and it irked me for the person. And I actually said to the person, "Why don't you come up here and talk to us instead of sitting on your phone?"
Oh, wow!
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, because I felt like it was super immature. Like no one's gonna bite you. But I get it. There are introverts. I can be an introvert if I'm uncomfortable, but I'm going to do my best to not be rude.
Right. I agree.
So that's another thing for me. Don't be rude.
Are we going to Joe Budden right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Hold on. Let me share the screen.
There's a video clip too. I'm not sure if it was connected to that.
I'm bisexual.
Fuck okay. It's okay now. You got okay? You got okay?
How do I spread this news? How do I spread the word?
I think you got to call the CEO.
Yo, listen.
You gotta make sure it's okay.
I like guys and girls. Spread the word. I'm down.
Remember, this was the first time he returned to.
I'm bisexual.
Fuck okay. It's okay now. You got okay? You got okay?
It's just he said it, the way he said it was way too casual. Like it was on a mission that he wanted it to spread to see how far it was going to go. I don't know why, because I don't know what was said before this. But Gadget, Joe Budden. What is your first?
I think he was being sarcastic, knowing Joe.
Right. Yeah, I don't think he would come out in that way if that was the situation. I don't think he would come out at all, but
I think he would.
You think he would?
Mm-hmm.
But clearly trolling or no?
Trolling. Absolutely. 100%.
I have no opinion on that.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no opinion on that. I didn't even see the story. But I wouldn't put it past him to drum up, viewership for the podcast.
Exactly.
Definitely.
That's what it's all about. And you see Will Smith got a book out a week after you know, the whole Jada
It's
drama.
the timing, perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect
Yeah.
timing.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect timing.
Took the playbook straight from Derek Jackson.
Wait, who's Derek
Isn't that his
Jackson?
name? Derek Jackson.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's been mighty quiet. Derek Jackson has been mighty quiet.
Good.
Yeah, he needs to be.
Yeah. So the other thing, I'm just gonna jump back in there because I thought of some things. I don't mind a good Groupon. I don't mind a good deal when you go out on a date. But you don't have to tell folks that you're a veteran so you can get a discount.
No,
when you're not a veteran.
When you're not a veteran. Okay. I use
and
my
then
veteran.
and then they're like, "Thank you for your service," and he says, "Thank you."
Look, I use my veteran status wherever I can.
But you're a veteran.
I know.
Yes, it's a difference when he runs out of ways to get discounts, and so he just.
So is this person just cheap?
Very much so.
Is that a pet?
Do you guys go Dutch a lot?
What'd you say?
You guys go Dutch a lot?
No, but he made sure that if he was going to do it, he was going to get a deal on it.
You said cheap is a pet peeve for you?
It is. It is. I mean, I don't want you cutting corners. I mean, if you we've mentioned this before, you have to have a certain amount of cash flow to date. Dating, I mean, you don't have to be rich, of course. There's ways to date that you can do a lot of free stuff. It's still cute. Or you can do coffee dates, you can do park, and you can different things. But
yeah, there's lots of ways to date and
lots of ways to date.
Money.
But if you're going to do other things that require money, I mean, don't be cheap about it.
Okay, so Gadget, what are your pet peeves? I know you've been married for a minute now, but when you were in the dating scene, what were your pet peeves?
He didn't have any.
It was all superficial.
Really?
Yeah.
You say that like you don't know Gadget.
I mean, okay. Okay, hold on. So yes, I know Gadget, and I know that men are visual and things like that, but there's got to be like some things that women do that you're like,
I wasn't attracted to loud women. I was attracted to the quiet women in the corner.
Really?
Yeah. Even as a DJ. Because the DJ sees all. You see the shy girl. You notice the DJs know the shy girls.
Okay.
She's
the
one.
Does that make it easier for you to approach because you think they're shy?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
And everybody loves the DJ.
Yes. I saw that many a time at Fasikas. I couldn't even see Gadget in that little cage. I saw women just all up in there. Just big girls everywhere.
Big girls everywhere.
You ain't lying.
Okay, so you didn't like loud women.
I didn't like loud women. I think that like we just had the gel. Like I went on dates where we just didn't gel. She was cool.
So where would you take a woman on a date back then? Like just restaurants or
restaurant, movies?
She come see you DJ? What?
I did have a couple come see me DJ. And
that's the move right there. That is the move.
Once they saw all the attention I was getting, they were in love. Yeah. You invite a girl to come see you DJ and they see all the girls in the booth, they're like, ooh, I gotta get that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I would think that's the best move, I would say.
But
I mean, I've been friends with him for so long. I've seen him DJ a million times, and I'm not, and it's just weird for me to think about women thinking about him like that.
I don't like women who smoke anything or drink
like, at all.
Socially drink.
Okay.
Non-smokers, no.
Okay. No cigars, no nothing.
No cigars, no.
Okay. That's a pet
back then.
Back then.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you said that you would just have to gel, like what's a good date for you? Is just someone that you can just talk to? Like just go to a park and just talk. And just talk.
Like nothing, the conversation isn't forced.
Got it.
Those are the best dates.
Yes.
Like my best dates with Ebony were times we didn't even have to spend money.
I would agree with you. Those are good dates.
Yes.
Just go somewhere and just talk. Park.
Exactly.
Yeah, those are the best dates.
We went to there's a park by Reagan National Airport where you can see the planes take off.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I love that.
Gravely
place.
Point.
Gravely Point.
We went there, I think second date, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I love that. I'll just take a blanket out there and grab some lunch and just watch the planes take off. I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think maybe
I don't think a lot of people think like that anymore.
I don't think so. I think that guys feel like they have to spend a lot of money to make women happy. And again, it could be the women that they are dating. But I love stuff like that.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I like the simplicity of it. Like I like Eastern market dates.
Mm-hmm.
You know, light lunch, coffee, walk, shop.
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah. I don't need a whole lot of hoopla. Now, don't get me wrong. I like a nice dinner and all of that, but for me, it's more about being able to connect.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Are we gonna talk about how the Democrats got their ass whipped?
Yeah, go for it.
Look, I'm not even gonna talk about Kamala because she's not even in the picture no more. She don't even show up to events and she don't do no photo ops, nothing. Nobody's seen her since she said she was going to the border. No, nobody's seen her. But
my gosh.
I think I was about to say Joe Biden. I think Joe Biden has let a lot of his supporters down.
That's funny.
He has.
Like he wants to be this whole let's bring Congress together. No, sir, it doesn't work like that anymore.
Yeah.
Donald Trump proved to you that executive actions is what's going to move the needle.
Yeah.
Not trying to get my man from West Virginia on board. No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, even though you need him for the votes now.
Yeah. I would definitely agree with you that I think a lot of people are feeling let down. But let's be real. A lot of people voted for Joe just because they wanted to get rid of Trump.
True.
But unfortunately, I think we're going back to the Trump era because
we are.
Joe is not working. It's just not working. And this week's elections have proven that people are not happy. And it was really a reflection of how people feel about the Biden presidency. So I think
it's terrible.
Yeah, I would have to
all the way around.
I would have to agree. I don't know if Trump is going to run again.
There are so many of this guy's policies that I don't agree with. Like this whole, we're going to audit your bank account if you have more than $600 and
for the Cash App and Zelle and stuff like
that.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to nitpick people who get $300 Cash App? Really?
Yeah. No, there's a lot. I mean, and me just as a government employee, I can't tell you the number of executive orders that have come across my desk. I mean, and they're just coming rapid fire, and they are going to negatively affect, if they haven't already started to negatively affect business. So I knew very early on when he started signing his executive orders around, climate change and stuff like that. Like this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. So like I said, I don't know if Trump is going to win. I mean, I don't know if Trump is going to run again, but I think there are enough people in politics now that are Trump cronies that he doesn't even have to run again.
Look,
that's true.
I happen to like Mitt Romney.
Mm-hmm.
I like, so there's some Republicans that I do like. I like our governor.
Mm-hmm. To a certain extent.
Yeah. Yeah. They might get the presidency and just flip the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
Hey Liz, I'm still a registered Democrat, Miss Parker.
Party.
Yeah. I'm still a registered Democrat, but I view myself as an independent because I have voted Republican in presidencies and well, not senators because I voted I vote Democrat for all senators because I pretty much like those guys. But
other you voted Republican as well.
I have voted for did I vote for Bush the first time?
Really?
I can't remember. I know I voted Republican.
It sounds like you may have if you can't remember because
I didn't vote for Trump. No,
Okay.
you know what? I voted for Clinton. I
Okay.
voted, and I voted for Al Gore.
Really?
I did vote for Al Gore.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
this is interesting. This is an interesting demographic to hear from.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even though I'm a Democrat, I hate, even though I don't live in DC, I do not like Muriel Bowser.
Why?
She just announced she's running again today.
Huh?
She just announced that she's running again.
She will be running again. She will.
There's something about that woman that I just don't like. I don't know what it is.
Is it her personality, something about her, or something that she's doing in DC?
She doesn't seem like DC to me. She seems like she's from Vienna and just moved to DC.
Have they ever had a mayor that seemed like DC to you other than
Marion Barry? She doesn't seem authentic.
Liz, you should chime in. You know, you've worked with these mayors.
Oh yeah.
I
Anthony
think,
Thomas. He definitely was a transplant.
Who was that?
Anthony Thomas.
Oh no, that was.
I was gonna say what does.
And Adrian Fenty, definitely transplant.
No, he was uptown anyway, so that was.
Don't do that, uptown.
I'm just saying he was, and it's what I say that is that he a lot of the things that he was doing was for those folks a lot more because that's the neighborhoods he was raised in.
That's what Muriel Bowser is doing.
Yeah,
and I don't understand this whole this started with Anthony Williams with this whole trolley thing. Like it's the dumbest idea. It just goes up 8th Street.
The streetcars do not work for our city because we do not have. Now it would be a nice tourist attraction if it was in its separate lane. It does nothing on 8th Street but create traffic jams. If a car breaks down, the streetcar cannot move.
Exactly.
If you park a little over the line, that streetcar cannot move. It's slower than cars, so it creates in the morning the traffic. It creates traffic jams, and it has its own lights. It's like so many issues, and it doesn't really take you that far. Nowhere that the bus doesn't go.
Where does the trolley take you?
8th Street.
Just 8th Street.
Just 8th Street?
Yes.
A little bit of Benning Road. Yeah, Benning Road and 8th Street. That's it. So,
who does that benefit? Maybe
the thing is, when it first
Giant.
introduced it, they were expecting us to pay, and as you can see, we still do not have to pay because it doesn't. It's not going to get you anywhere faster. It can get you somewhere free if you're going from one side of Benning Road to the other side of 8th Street. Now, at night,
the scooters are faster.
What's that?
The scooters are faster than the trolley.
Walking is faster because if you're a tourist or you're a partier and you're going on 8th Street, that is where you're probably going from your car to a club or a bar. You're staying within like 3 or 4 blocks. You're not going that far unless you live all the way down Benning Road. But it really doesn't really do that much. No one's really parking down there to take a streetcar.
I didn't realize it was such a serious initiative.
And
they put a lot of money into it, and it just didn't do anything.
The things that she's doing in DC, to me, now I don't live in DC, so I might be wrong, doesn't concern Black people. It doesn't affect Black people. Like, we're gonna make sure we have bike lanes.
Yeah,
people on Chesapeake Street in Southeast don't care about no goddamn bike lanes. They care about crime and.
So Mike says that DC needs to leave the statehood issue alone.
I don't think so. I think they should continue that.
No.
It may not happen, but
because people in DC pay taxes, and
Yeah.
May not happen. But.
Taxes and tickets on $3.95 when you're going 55 and a 40.
Oh, they're good at tickets. There's a lot of and these tickets aren't cheap.
No, and they go up.
They are 100 and up.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're very expensive tickets. And
well, it'll be interesting to see if who runs against her, because he said many programs will be lost if it becomes a state. Interesting. Okay. I think that's worth another conversation, but it'd be interesting to see who runs against her, because I understand what you're saying, Gadget, about like she doesn't seem like DC, but what does that person look like?
Well, in a couple years, you're gonna have a DC transplant be mayor.
Well, the comedian,
White.
The comedian is running for mayor.
Red Grant.
Red Grant.
I thought he was just kidding when he talked about that at the show.
No, he has fundraisers. He's been having fundraisers. Yeah, he's definitely running.
That's very interesting. I mean, because
he's been doing a lot of campaigning.
White people are not voting for him.
No, they're not voting.
Upper Northwest is not voting for him.
Someone that everyone can get behind, because DC is just not about Black people. No. So it has to be someone that everyone can get behind. So it'll be interesting.
I will say that he's doing he has a program for DC youth. So he's involved in a lot of what's going on in DC. But like you said, I don't think he's going to have the buy-in of everyone in DC, unfortunately. But
Mike said there'll also be a territory fight starting with Georgetown and National Airport.
Oh.
Georgetown doesn't want to be a part of DC. Just like what's Bankhead doesn't want to be Atlanta.
Oh gosh.
They want to be their own city.
Man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, ladies,
it's 9 o'clock. Yeah.
9 o'clock, people. Thanks for joining us.
Y'all have a good evening.
You too. Law and Order.
Thanks for joining.
Law and Order's on. It is on.
Yeah. And it's a new episode.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.